friends. Welcome to another Lispy episode. Thank you so much for watching and for being a part of this awesome community. So I am going to talk to you today about an amazing book that I started, I want to say in like May. And I've been reading so many other things, and I've noticed lately that books that I get in print I don't read as quickly as books that I get as an ebook. And I think that is because I have my phone with me all the time. I've got my iPad or I'm on my laptop. And so I've noticed that I'm reading ebooks faster than print books. So I was about halfway through this book and I was like, I really love it and I want to finish it. I'm going to see if I can get it as an ebook. And so I found it on the Austin Public Library Libby app and finished it last night. So it kind of goes to show you, in a pandemic, we change the way we read. And, it's okay to switch up your reading material or the type of book you read. So Agnes at the End of the World is fantastic. It is written by Kelly McWilliams. She is the author Jules Parker Rhodes' daughter. And I was very, very excited because I got to do a Zoom call with them when Book People was pushing out the new Jules Parker Rhodes book, Black Brother, which I listened to the audio of, and it was fantastic. And Kelly was part of it because she is Jules' daughter. It was really cool to hear the way they talked about how Kelly has grown up and how kind of their life is reflected in Jules Parker Rhodes' new book, because Kelly is white. I don't know why I'm showing you the book, like that'll help. Kelly is white and her brother is Black, African American. And so they've had very different experiences growing up, even though they're from the same family. So Kelly wrote Agnes at the End of the World. Now, all I knew about this book going into it was that it was about a girl who escapes a cult and then she finds the world in the middle of a pandemic. Do not ask me why I am so into pandemic books right now, but maybe it's because we're in one. Anyway, so that's all I knew about the book. I had no idea what was coming or what was in store, and I have to tell you, it was worth it. It was amazing. I loved it. It was probably one of the best books I read in this pandemic. So Agnes is the oldest in a family. She has a younger sister, Beth, a younger brother, Ezekiel, another younger brother, Sam, and then there are two twins. And the twins don't play so much of a role in the book that I honestly don't even remember if they were boy twins, girl twins, or boy-girl twins. So you can tell Agnes is the oldest. And because they live in a cult, she has the duties of like the mother. She takes care of them. She makes sure the kids are fed. She makes sure they go to school, that they're doing their work, etc. And their mom is an outsider. She was born on the outside of the cult. She came in, I want to say when she met the kid's father. I don't really remember, but she is almost non-existent in the book because she is in like this depression and she never leaves her bedroom, and the younger sister Beth takes her food every night. So it's really up to Agnes to take care of the kids. And normally it wouldn't be a big deal. I mean, it is because they're in a cult, but we know, in our society, knowing our students, kids are often the caretakers for their younger siblings. But what makes this really hard for Agnes is that they live in a cult that doesn't allow medicine, because the prophet that is like their head of their cult tells them that he can heal them. And so they don't need outsider medicine. Agnes's younger brother, Ezekiel, is diabetic. He has type 1 diabetes, and so he has to have insulin. So Agnes meets an outsider nurse once a month, and she gets insulin to take care of Ezekiel, and no one knows. That is her like deep dark secret. Not even their father knows that he's sick. So it's really important for Agnes to make sure that Ezekiel's, doing what he has to do. He's got crackers on him in case, his blood sugar gets low. She just takes amazing care of him. And then one night when she meets Danny, who is the nurse that brings the insulin, Danny is her son, and he tells Agnes there's a pandemic going on. There's this horrible disease spreading called Petra, where if you get touched by someone who has the disease, your skin becomes like hard and red, and they describe it like you're becoming like a gem. and you're just hard, and then the skin is just like and gross. But then the people and the animals that get infected become these nests where they just like squeeze together in like weird shapes, and the way they're described is just like so creepy. But that's the goal of the people and the animals that are infected, is to find a nest. So Agnes is kind of like, it sucks for y'all because you're outsiders. But then the prophet in their community brings the disease into the community. And he tells them that the people of the community, the faithful, as he calls them, are going to go down into this bunker, which they call the underground church, for 400 days because it is now the apocalypse, and they're going to wait for God to come and save them. Which, sounds crazy. But Agnes knows the truth that there are 2 people who are infected that they're going to go down in this bunker with. And she is not about to go down there with her brother, because then people are going to know that he's sick. So Agnes and her brother leave the cult. They escape the night that everyone is going down into the bunker, and they go into the outside. And they find a world in a state of not even chaos. It's just quiet. There are no birds. There are no street lights. There's no electricity. But they find this group of people who help them. And Agnes has to learn her place in the world as a prophet, and has to kind of embrace her mission and how she's going to save not just her brother, not just her group, but the world. And it was so good. Like, talk about accepting your fate. So it was really, really good. Absolutely amazing book. Please read it. It was amazing. And it really teaches you how to be strong when you don't know what else to do. So that is my review of Agnes at the End of the World. I would definitely put it in a high school library, probably in a middle school library too, because there's nothing in it that is like terrible or like that I see a problem with. So it's really, really good. Again, Agnes at the End of the World by Kelly McWilliams. It is a little bit long, but it reads so fast. So I loved it, and I hope you will too. Bye, y'all. Stay safe, stay hydrated, stay happy.